Hello and welcome to Campus to Community, the Columbia Basin College news magazine, to keep you informed of what's happening at CBC and how we might better serve you. On our show today, we're going to be talking about information services, and we're going to be talking about laptop computers and how if you have a problem with yours, you can get help for free. And if you don't have a laptop, how you can get one on our loaner program. But first, we're going to be talking about the CBC High School Academy, and we're going to be hearing from one of the students a little bit later on. But first, we're going to talk to the director of the CBC High School Academy, Leonor de Maldonado. And Leonor, welcome to Campus to Community.
Thank you for having me.
And I think the first question on everybody's mind, you're a college and you have a high school academy. What precisely is the high school academy?
Well, you know, Frank, about 4 years ago, Columbia Basin College, along with Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland, got together and identified the fact that there were a lot of students who had dropped out, but were very short of credits. And so they came together to form this program, which is very innovative, very accelerated classes where students can retrieve and earn their credits towards their high school diploma.
Okay, so now when did High School Academy begin, and do students go through and ended up getting their high school diploma?
Our program started the winter quarter of January 2012, I believe, and we started with about 18 students. By the end, or I should say by June, we had 4 of those students complete their diploma, and so we were very excited about it at that time. To date, we have about 90 students who have completed, and we call our students completers because they do not get a diploma from us. Rather, the districts are the ones that award the diploma. We award certificates of completion indicating that they have completed the necessary core classes.
So what do you do with these students in High School Academy? I mean, other than book learning, what else do they do?
Well, we recognize that our students have a lot of adjustments to make. For example, we need to be sure that they are ready to be students because they've been out for a while. And so we help them transition to a student status. We then help them transition to be college and career ready. So that involves helping them with their problem-solving skills, time management skills, how to synthesize and analyze material, how to speak, and how to give information that they have gathered from the classes.
So are we learning why students drop out of high school?
You know, if we had money for that, we would be pretty, and the answer to that, we would be pretty rich. There are a variety of reasons, and there's been a lot of research, but we know that the students wind up being absent a lot. Now, the reasons for that could be medical reasons for themselves, or perhaps they have had to stay at home because of medical reasons that the parents have, or brothers or sisters. We also recognize that they have some problems with learning styles. And some, to tell you the truth, have made some bad choices. So again, it's a variety of reasons.
So what kind of outreach do CBC and the high schools, the school districts do?
Each district attracts students or identifies students, and then they refer them to us. Some will go through the list and identify the students that are missing a couple of credits, or perhaps their instructors believe that they could benefit from our program because of their learning style. We had Kennewick School District a couple of years ago do this campaign where they identified the students who were very short on credits, maybe 1 or 2 credits, and they went door to door, identifying those students, inviting them to return back. And so that campaign was known as We Want You Back program, which was very successful because several students did wind up coming back, earning their credits, and graduating.
Very good. And as to learning more about the program, go to the website.
We have a website called Columbia Basin College /edu, columbiabasin.edu/HSA. Or they can call us at 509-542-4422. They can also contact their districts, and they can also contact Fast Forward, who partners with us to help identify those students who need that additional support.
Great program. Leonore, thank you.
Thank you so much, Frank.
And we'll be back to talk with one of Leonore's students right after this.
I work in the project controls division, so this program is a really good fit for me for project management. It's a good package because everything that I'm learning here, we also are doing in our programs and projects at work. I just think it's a great program because it's close to home, and I can still work and be able to attend classes at night.
And welcome back. And now we're going to visit with one of the fine students at the High School Academy. His name is Chance Ambrose. And Chance, welcome to Campus to Community.
Thank you for having me here.
Tell us a little bit about your background and how you happened to end up at the High School Academy.
Well, I've had the opportunity to live many places and go to many different unique schools. And one thing in common with all of those schools that I sought from them is to have some sort of challenge. And when I came here to the Tri-Cities, when I moved here a year ago, I was originally doing the Running Start program, but I later had to drop out due to family issues. And the program I got put in after that was not challenging me, and I made the bad choice of just not attending, just not showing up every day.
Was that at your high school?
Yes. And I was considering dropping out and maybe getting my GED and then going to a local college and then eventually transferring to a university. But then I found out about the High School Academy from my local high school, and the thing that initially drew me to the High School Academy was the accelerated nature of the program, and I figured that would be able to challenge me more than enough. And when I came here, I learned more about the ways that it could challenge me, and there's just so many different aspects to it. It's accelerated, and that's very nice, and the coursework you do is just unique, and it's interesting. It's relevant to what you do outside of school once you graduate.
So tell us a little bit more, if you can, about your experience at the High School Academy.
Well, I've just really enjoyed attending the High School Academy very much. All of the students and teachers are just very nice, and they're passionate about what they do, especially the teachers. And teachers and students alike choose to be there. They want to be there, and that definitely makes a difference in the way everybody goes about their day-to-day stuff in class. And then another thing that's been really interesting since I've been there, every year the High School Academy does moon buggy competition for NASA, and every year in spring they travel to Huntsville, Alabama to compete. And this year I wanted to do it. Last year I didn't have the opportunity to do it because I came right when they were leaving to do it. But this year it's definitely something that seems like it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be very interesting and a great learning experience.
So have you, besides the material, have you learned maybe anything about yourself since you've been at the High School Academy?
Well, one thing the High School Academy does that the previous schools I've gone to haven't is we do a lot of oral presentations in front of the class, and for a lot of people that can be very nerve-wracking, me included, and it's just a great learning experience. It's a great thing also because you get to learn about yourself, and you get to get used to doing that, and after you do it enough it becomes less nerve-wracking and a good learning experience.
Speaking of nerve-wracking, and there's a lot of people out there, a lot of students who have dropped out and maybe seeing no hope, what would you say to them about the High School Academy?
Well, I'd say the High School Academy, if you're willing to show up and you want to get your education, it's a great place to be, especially if you're in danger of dropping out because it's an accelerated program and you can earn credits faster than you would at a normal high school. And it's especially important because I think in the modern world, you really need education to get really anywhere.
Chance, thank you, and good luck with the moon buggy this year.
Thank you very much.
And when we come back, we'll be talking about a service to students involving laptop computers, right after this.
Where can you see stunning views of stars, galaxies, and other wonders of the universe? Visit the Bechtel National Planetarium at Columbia Basin College. Take a guided tour of the night sky under a spectacular dome in the Community Enrichment Foundation Theater, where you can learn about phases of the moon, planets, constellations, and other fascinating objects in deep space. Science and educational films for a variety of age groups are also displayed on the planetarium dome. Look up into the night sky. Learn more about our universe.
And welcome back. Well, if you have a laptop computer and you're a CBC student, there is help for you if you're having any problems with that laptop, or even if you don't own a laptop computer. With us now is the Director of Information Services at Columbia Basin College, Brian Dexter. Welcome.
Thank you, Frank.
And the program that we're talking about is called STAIRS IT. And what is that, and what does it stand for?
Right, so STAIRS IT stands for Support, Train, Assist, Inform, and Reinforce Students in the Use of Information Technology. Basically, it's a student-focused, student-run IT help desk.
Fantastic. What are some of the services that you offer?
So if you've got a brand new computer and don't know how to use it, you can bring it in and we can give you a rundown on things you may or may not know about it. If you have an older computer that maybe has viruses and malware, you can bring it in, we can get that cleaned up, we can try to give you some information on how to avoid getting those in the future. We can help with software installations. So all students have access for free to Office 365, so we can help you get registered for that, download and install it on your machines. We can also give basic Canvas support for our e-learning students.
Right, Canvas is the program used for online
Right, for our
classes.
online classes.
Mm-hmm. So who are the individuals that are actually helping the students when they bring them in?
So the individuals helping, they are current computer science students that have been referred by their computer science instructors as top-notch students to us.
So this program was actually started, what, in the middle of last year, and what's the response been like?
Yeah, it was started last fall, and we've seen a great response. We've been averaging around 100 contacts per quarter for our students. If you look at our first week, quarter-to-quarter stats, we've seen about a 14% increase starting in fall of last year.
Wow. And so do you chart as to what the problem may be with the students that bring them in?
Yeah, so all the tickets that come in, all the customers that can't come in, we keep track of them in a database as far as what kind of issues they're having, so that we know kind of where we need to focus our attention in the future.
Now, there are people out there, students at CBC, and everybody thinks that everybody has a laptop, but not everybody does. Is there hope for them to attain a laptop somehow at CBC?
Right, so some people don't have a laptop, or maybe their laptop broke in the middle of the quarter and they can't afford to replace it, but they need to continue on with their schoolwork. So through our library, we actually have a laptop checkout program. We have approximately 200 laptops that can be checked out. Students can check them out for up to 2 weeks at a time before they need to bring those back in. If there are laptops available for recheckout, they can do that also.
Okay, and where do they check them out at?
So those are in the library.
Okay, and those that need help with their laptop, where do they go?
Right, so our STAIRS IT folks are located in the bookstore, which is in the upper level of the hub on the main Pasco campus. So they can come in there Monday through Thursday between 10 and 4:30. They can also reach us via email at stairs-it@columbiabasin.edu, or they can call us at 509-543-1445.
Fantastic. A couple of great programs to help students. Thanks, Brian.
Definitely. Thank you.
And thank you for joining us this month on Campus to Community.